So this right here is the Mr. Heater Big Buddy heater, and today we got some snow and ice, and it got me thinking about backup heating options in case of a winter power outage. So today I'm going to show you all about this heater and why I think it's one of the best options you can have for a portable backup heater. I'm also going to tell you about a little emergency we had a few years ago in which this thing came in handy big time. So let's get started. All right, so this is the heater. Again, this is the Mr. Heater Big Buddy heater, and this particular heater, it has on both sides where you can hook up the small 1 pound propane bottles. Got them right here. We'll hook that up. You could also get these refillable bottles. I'll talk about that a little bit later. And if you have an adapter hose, you could hook it to a 20 pound tank. But personally, I would recommend just using these smaller 1 pounds because it just makes it so much easier to move around if you need to move it around. So let's go ahead and get it hooked up. So again, these bottles, they just screw in on both sides. Just like so. That one's in there good. Close it, it's got a little clip. And get the other side. That's good. So let me show you how to start it up. Now, up here on the top, it has this knob. It has off, pilot, low, medium, and high. Now to start it, especially if you're doing it for the first time after hooking these up, you need to press this down and hold it down for, it says you can hold it down for 30 to 60 seconds. And then you're gonna click it to this pilot, and that ignites it right there. And you can let go. You can see the pilot is lit. And then to put it on low, you can't just turn it. You have to push it down slightly and then put it on low. And not sure if you can see it with all the light out here, but yeah, that one did light. And then medium, again, you can't turn it. You have to push it down slightly, go to medium. And that makes this left one slightly hotter. And then we'll go all the way high. And then it lights both sides of the heater. Okay, so I let it heat up for a little bit. And now you can really see both sides are lit. It's turning orange. And I want to show you a couple of the safety features with this thing. It is safe for indoor use. Just make sure you read all the safety precautions and instructions, but there's a couple cool safety features I want to show you. The first one is that if it detects a high level of carbon monoxide in the room, it's going to automatically shut off. And also, if the heater gets tipped over, for some reason, it automatically shuts off as well. So you can see it went out. So I really like those features. So just had the safety trip, so I need to turn it all the way back off. And I'll relight it. So I want to show you something else. One cool thing about this particular model, I don't think all of them have this, but this one does. It has a little switch up here at the top. Turn that, and then it blows a fan. So now it's blowing hot air out, and that it has a compartment in the back right here for these 2 D-cell batteries, and that's what runs the fan. So I really like that, and you can see I shook it a little bit and it automatically shut off. So I really like these safety features. And if you do use this, I would recommend getting a carbon monoxide detector, just to be on the safe side. It does have that feature where it automatically turns off, but just to be safe, go ahead and get you a detector as well. And I'll leave links to all this in the description. But having a backup heat source is only one part of a good preparedness plan. And I actually put together what I call a sensible prepping plan that you can download. You can just go to sensiblepreppingplan.com or just click the link in the description and it'll take you to where you can download it. And it's basically a plan that I follow on several different categories. It'll give you recommendations on what you can do to better prepare for yourself and your family. So go ahead and check that out. You can, again, go to sensiblepreppingplan.com or just click the link down in the description. And like I said, we actually had to use this several years ago. It was actually right after we bought this thing. We had a big winter storm, snow and ice, and it cut the power to the house. It was like 20 degrees outside. And the thing about it was, I had a job at the time where I had to go away and spend the night at work, and I had to stay there. I was not able to come home. And we had just had our first child. She was a newborn baby, and there's no power to the house, so we had no heat. And like I said, it was really cold outside. So my wife, before I went to work, I showed her how to work this thing. And then, so she was able to get this thing out when the power went out. And her and the baby stayed in our bedroom, and she was able to keep the bedroom a nice, comfortable 70+ degrees through the power outage. And she actually said she actually had to turn it off because it was working so well. She just ended up turning it off. But these things work great. I highly recommend them. To see how these, to refill these refillable propane cylinders, check out this next video right here, and I'll show you exactly how they work.